Hence it comes that all armed prophets have been victorious, and all unarmed prophets have been destroyed. For, besides what has been said, it should be borne in mind that the temper of the multitude is fickle, and that while it is easy to persuade them of a thing, it is hard to fix them in that persuasion. And yet we cannot define as skillful killing one's fellow citizens, betraying one's friends, and showing no loyalty, mercy, or moral obligation. These means can lead to power, but not glory. From this arises the question whether it is better to be loved rather than feared, or feared rather than loved. It might perhaps be answered that we should wish to be both. But since love and fear can hardly exist together, if we must choose between them, it is far safer to be feared than loved. Quote, "Men should be either treated generously or destroyed, because they take revenge for slight injuries, for heavy ones they cannot." Minds are of three kinds. One is capable of thinking for itself. Another is able to understand the thinking of others. And a third can neither think for itself nor understand the thinking of others. The first is of the highest excellence, the second is excellent, and the third is worthless. God is not willing to do everything, and thus take away our free will and that share of glory which belongs to us. As the physicians say, it happens in hectic fever, that in the beginning of the malady it is easy to cure but difficult to detect, but in the course of time, not having been either detected or treated in the beginning, it becomes easy to detect but difficult to cure. For he who innovates will have for his enemies all those who are well off under the existing order of things, and only lukewarm supporters in those who might be better off under the new. Occasionally words must serve to veil the facts. But let this happen in such a way that no one become aware of it, or, if it should be noticed, excuses must be at hand to be produced immediately. From this arises the following question: whether it is better to be loved than feared, or the reverse. The answer is that one would like to be both the one and the other, but because they are difficult to combine, it is far better to be loved than feared if you cannot be both. Men are so simple, and governed so absolutely by their present needs, that he who wishes to deceive will never fail in finding willing dupes. But in republics there is a stronger vitality, a fiercer hatred, a keener thirst for revenge. The memory of their former freedom will not let them rest, so that the safest course is either to destroy them, or to go and live in them. Women are the most charitable creatures, and the most troublesome. He who shuns women passes up the trouble, but also the benefits. He who puts up with them gains the benefits, but also the trouble. As the saying goes, there's no honey without bees. Let no man, therefore, lose heart from thinking that he cannot do what others have done before him. For, as I said in my preface, men are born, and live, and die, always in accordance with the same rules. Returning to the question of being feared or loved, I conclude that since men love at their own will and fear at the will of the prince, a wise prince must build a foundation on what is his own, and not on what belongs to others. A man who wishes to profess at all times will come to ruin among so many who are not good.